think it's a very good idea that there's a representation of fans that can liaise with the club. I was asked to get involved with the Saints one on the back of a bit of a PR disaster a couple of years ago when Saints announced it on, I think, on Hogmanay, and then decided that at like 5 o'clock, without having any discussion with fans, that the forthcoming Scottish Cup game with Rangers was going to be Rangers were going to get 3 stands for a cup game, and this really didn't go down well, and fans basically decided to boycott the game. I think in the end there was only about 400 or 500 Saints fans actually went. And generally, Old Firm games for teams, as time goes on, less and less home fans are wanting to go. But in a cup game, you don't really want to give the other team an advantage, and you also don't, when you're splitting the pot of money, you don't want to split that. So I was asked to come on and sort of be part of a fans forum, which I think is a great idea. The problem we had for the first maybe year and a half was Saints were about to be sold, so the club, the board and the sort of governance of the club then were unwilling to make any decisions or basically spend a penny or make any decisions. So I felt the past year and a half we've not been able to do anything. But going forward under a new chairman and a new regime, we will see whether we can make change. And also, Adam, who's the new chairman of St Johnstone, he's got an open email. So he's very much wanting to deal with the fans in a one-to-one. So maybe there'll actually not be a need for a forum that fans can just directly get in touch with the club. So, yeah, I think we'll see going forwards whether it's worth continuing.
Okay.
I think generally, as you say, taking the Old Firm out of the equation, there's normally a really good atmosphere going to games. Obviously, banter and is good. But, a lot of the games at McDermott are police free now. And again, if I go to, if you go to an away game, there tends to be a really good atmosphere. I know there's always going to be people that are looking for a wee barney and a wee fight. But as someone who's a bit older, I enjoy the banter, and I definitely don't think it's worse than it's been, certainly in the 80s and certainly probably in the 70s.
Right.
As I say, I do think football fans certainly Scottish football fans get a bad press, and lots of bad things do happen, and drums do get stolen. But I can see certainly smaller, more regional Scottish clubs, whether it's through their community trusts and things like that, are doing so much more for people and for the community than when we were growing up in the old days of like Muirton Park and things. So I think the clubs do a lot of positive things.